This, of course, is Go for SC2 Monday. It is the finals, and it is best of 3. Spawning down in the bottom right-hand position of King Sejong Station, we have the blue Zerg player. Representing Team Acer, it is Bly. And his opponent up to the top left, the pink Zerg, it is Revolver. Who plays for Good Game Are You? Now, going to be very interesting to see what these two throw out. No sign of really early pulls, no 10 pulls from either. Going to get a gas first from Bly. Going to just be for the extractor trickaroo though, just to squeeze out another little drone. Bly was speaking earlier in the lobbies about how he's been playing a heck of a lot recently. Hours and hours and hours at a time, multiple tournaments, many events. And it's really showing tonight. He's playing some of the best StarCraft I've seen him play in a long time. Meanwhile, Revolver, haven't cast as much as him. He's gone through some fairly tough opponents tonight to get here. Namely Nomi, Lil Cannon and Elza. Bly, though, I think it's fair to say has had a bit of a tougher run. He took down Sol, Coolty, and Coolty actually took down Hyun as well. So that gives you an idea of how good Coolty can be. Anyway, for the moment, expansion's coming down. Slight advantage there for Bly. Literally by about 2 seconds. So it may not sound like much, but tiny little edges like that, if you're able to keep them up, if they keep on coming through, well, that's when you can get actually quite a sizable advantage overall. Checking through here now at what else is going to be done. Spawning pool on its way. Gas for Bly. So hatch, gas, pool coming down from Bly. Hatch, pool coming down from Revolver. That means Bly is going to have the earlier Zergling speed, the option to get out some Banelings. And we have seen from Bly in previous games this evening a very confident approach to being aggressive early on. He's shown considerable use of a lot of speedlings, and so that's certainly something we could be seeing here. King Sejong Station, not a bad map for that. Easy to get units across, quite a wide ramp which is difficult to wall off with, say, like double evos or something like that. So certainly something that could be on the cards. Revolver has scouted that the hatch is coming down, so may think that he's in a safe spot. But Revolver, good caliber of player, he should also know that the option for a speedling all-in is still there. We'll wait and see what Bly does with these drones now. Will he take them off? No, he's not. And this is now a long way past getting out just speed if he was going for a speedling all-in. Keeping all 3 drones there. This could be some Zergling Baneling aggression. A good follow-up or another good use of gas following off the back of this. Meanwhile, from Revolver, he still hasn't taken any gases yet. Checking to see when and if he gets those gas, but Bly adding in the Baneling nest. And speedling Baneling is going to be very, very challenging to hold off on King Sejong Station if we don't see some gases exceptionally soon from Revolver. And the reason for that is, as I mentioned, walling off through here is hard. The double Evo plus a Rotron still leaves 2 gaps, and that can make it very challenging. Queens would have to be used. All in all, it's just a tough position to try and hold that through. 2 queens moving out now, and they're coming out to try and force back this Overlord. And I had a little bit of vision. Bly probably will end up losing that if he's not exceptionally careful. The Overlord is in a position, so if it moved up onto the high ground would cause problems. But actually no, from here the Overlord should be able to back away. A couple of Lings moving on forward. Revolver's going to be able to see those, but it's not enough to be terrifying yet. But now comes the flood of some more. Note these ones are being kept. Just 4 Lings isn't too scary at this point. It won't seem crazy to Revolver, who doesn't actually have vision of the natural base. Can't see the drone count as of yet. Good amount of creep spread coming through. There's a fair few queens here, but all in all, that is all that remains to defend. 4 Banelings coming through, a lot more speedlings on their way, and how many lava are there for Revolver? Not many. He's about to have an inject finish, but needs to react quickly. Sees it coming from that Overlord. Chucks in those 2 evolution chambers and the Roach Warren. This gives him a bit more area, or a bit less area to try and cover. He's got a queen nicely in position to be able to try and block some of this. But in come the Banelings. Detonating straight through. They take down 1 of those evolution chambers. Immediately all the Lings are here. They've got speed, remember. More on their way. Revolver frantically trying to get out some Zerglings of his own, but he's taking a lot of damage here. 2 queens simultaneously about to die. A third one to the south here, taking a lot of damage. Will just survive for the moment. Couple more Lings coming on through. The worker damage is not extreme yet. That third queen is finally going to die. That leaves 1 queen, but a lot of Lings coming out now for Revolver, although what he doesn't have is speed for them. Bly, he's done some nice damage. 12 more lings coming out. He'll need to get some defensive banelings to prevent a counterattack that could possibly on the cards. All in all though, 5 workers killed. Bly is still down in the worker count though. Adding in the lair behind this, he knows he's ahead in gas. 2 gases just now getting taken by Revolver, but Revolver moving across the map with slowlings, but with defensive banelings morphing through. Slowlings just are not going to get there in time, but more importantly, they're going to really struggle to avoid getting big baneling hits if they're not very, very careful. These banelings getting ready to start waddling forward. Coming down the ramp, I hope Revolver's paying attention, but he isn't. Some massive baneling hits come through. That was incredibly cost-effective usage of those banelings. And now a counterattack from Bly coming back through. Revolver, he's just started 11 drones. He doesn't have much to defend this. Luckily, his wall-off is starting to look a bit more healthy, though. Adding in another evolution chamber there. Going to be trying to complete this wall. Putting some queens in the mix as well. Can even go for a complete wall-off with another Evo. Although, there's a lot of surface area achievable on that, so it won't last for very long. Doesn't get cancelled either. These evolution chambers taking a bit of damage. We have 4 roaches trying to come on through. Bly pumping out a lot of drones now off the back of making a lot of lings. He's forced that hatchery to die. It wasn't cancelled. So that's a good amount of losses straight away there. 2 banelings here for Bly. Ready to move on up. Needs to be careful with where he goes with these. A couple of roaches are still there, but these Evo chambers, they're starting to get a little bit squishy. If they go down and cause some problems, Transfuse is even being forced. Try and get this to work. Banelings, no, just staying out of range, but there's a gap. The Queen's move. This allows the lings to come through. The Banelings going to be able to connect with a lot of drones there. 16 drones have been killed. Bly now takes the drone advantage. A few more getting taken down as well. More continuing to fall. GG, and Bly is able to take game number 1 of this best of 3 with continual aggression.